Hello everyone, Wednesday night, Mash and Drum pregame officially starting. It's Whiskey Wednesday Marathon. That's what we're doing. How is everybody doing tonight? Thank you for being here. Wednesdays, I'm thinking might be the new day. It might be. For those of you who weren't here for other live streams or reviews, I have work. One Wednesday a week is off, and the next Wednesday I have nights off. So I'm trying to work it out with cast strength reviews to have this time slot right now. We're making progress, I think. I really love this time slot. It's really the only time that works for me. I could possibly do after Jason at 10 on Wednesdays, but that's pretty late for me, and I do have to work some Thursdays if I'm off. So anyway, here we go. How's everyone doing? Thanks for being here. A lot of people here early, guys. A lot of people here early. Thank you for being here. DJ Beacon in the house. I got the Steve A's, both of them, the doppelgangers, Steve A and Steve Aronson. Thank you both for being here. Jim Mueller, Wheels was here early. Trev Wilson, of course, rocking the pre-game squad. Scary Peeper, Guy Davis, how are you, buddy? Donner Pask Whiskey, good to see you. Nick Foles, ADHD Whiskey in the house. I know you guys already follow ADHD Whiskey. If you don't, go check out the channel right now. You have to watch him. You just have to watch him to get the full experience. That's all I'm going to say, but you have to. Wildlife and Whiskey. Bourbon Buddies were here earlier. Now, for those of you that don't know what's going on with Whiskey Marathon Night, I'm sure you all do. I'm going live now. This was last minute again. One of these days I'll have the thumbnail up like 3 days beforehand, but with my schedule, it's so last minute sometimes. So anyway, right after me at 9 p.m. Eastern, Jason's going live for his Whiskey Wednesday, as he always does. Me, him, and the Bourbon Buddies are going to be talking craft whiskey. Our favorite crafts around here. A lot of options. I mean, a lot of options in Michigan alone, and I'm curious to hear what they think about their local products too. So that'll be really fun. Following Jason at 10 p.m. Eastern, Whiskey Crusaders are going live. They're celebrating their 1-year anniversary. Awesome. Another channel that's awesome, and you should all be following if you haven't already. But a year, man, that's a big milestone. A year on YouTube is a big milestone, and good for you all for sticking it out, fighting through. Whiskey Marathon Wednesday. I'm going to have to pace myself. I was talking to Bourbon Buddies before. I said, I got to pace myself. Because I'm doing 3 hours of whiskey at least, and that's assuming Matt stops talking at, 11 p.m. when he's supposed to, and we're done. So, oh, man, I'm going to fight through. We're good. We're good. Nicholas Burt, Michael Carr, how you doing? Thank you for being here. So it begins. Yes, it does, Jason. I'm pumped, though. I'm pumped. So last minute, I decided let's do a 10-plus year blind. Now, Jason did this recently. We were actually talking about this on Instagram a little bit. And I wanted to do an episode about this, but I figured this would be fun just to do. You know, I was going to include other whiskeys in this than just these. So maybe I'll do an episode that has other 10-plus year whiskeys. But this will be good. This will be good, you know. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out what they are. But Henry McKenna 10-year. Rebel Yell 10-year single barrel. George Dickel Bottled and Bond, the blue label, the 13. I know. I'm going to see if it's any better, you know. Oh, Tammy Brennicky was also here earlier. And I see Scott, My Bourbon Journey. How you doing, brother? Yes, yes. So it's we'll see. You know, I want the George Dickel Bottled and Bond to be better because it's nice and cheap. It's a good price. It really is. And then Knob Creek. Now, this Knob Creek I chose, you know, the standard's 9 years, but this is a 12-year pick. So I would just want to see how it compares to a little bit more age. So it should be fun. I already shuffled all these around. Yes, it is a toe typing kind of good time. You're right about that, Jason Coates. I think it's going to be. I really think it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. I already shuffled these all around, but I'll shuffle them again for you guys just so you know. You know, it's a formality. You trust me, right? You guys trust me. Don't want to spill. Okay. Alright. That's good. That's good. One of these is lighter than the rest in my light. I don't know if you can see that. Looks lighter to me, but maybe it's because I have a light shining this way too. That could be it. So. DJ Beacon says you really like that Rebel Yell 10 after being open a couple weeks. Agreed. Agreed. Oh, all the Dickles are getting blocked. Let me quick do it here. You never block the Dickel. Never. Never. Honest Charlie in the house. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Spencer Mavs dropping the dickles and getting blocked. Got to be careful there, brother. All right, Halden Kirkwood, good to see you. He said he's gone back to the Dickel bottled and bond. It keeps getting better and better. Maybe got a bad barrel. Hey, that's good to know. I'm hoping. You know, I'm hoping it's better tonight. You know, it's got some more air now. This bottle's, I mean, only like a third of the way gone, maybe, but at least it's gotten some air now. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, should we go into it? Oh my gosh, I got my water bottle in the frame like an idiot. Amateur hour. Get some coins on here. Lock in those delicious juices. All right, let's go into the first one. Let's go into the first one. Happy Whiskey Wednesday, everyone. Let me ask you first before we start, what's everyone sipping on? I know it's going to be a long night. We got 3 hours, so please pace yourself. Someone in chat every 15 minutes, please at me and tell me to drink some water so that I can make it the next 2 hours after this, okay? Thank you all. Let's go. It smells nice. That actually smells really nice. That's like creamy butterscotch vanilla. That is a Werther's caramel candy. Tony Cronin says, ooh, is it bad that I'm half tossed already? How you doing, Bayou Drams? Good to see you. Nah, you got time. You got time. Woodford Double Oaked. Dangerous for starting a stream, but I'm going with the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C919. Steve, you like to live dangerously. I respect it. Nick Foles, not the new one yet, no. Still have not tried the new label, Larceny Barrel Proof. If anyone has a connection on it, I'd love to. Love to get a bottle. How's it going, Andrew Sproul? Good to see you. Top shelf, sipping on some Elijah Craig Small Batch. Excellent. This is creamy with a little bit of, I mean, I'll probably call out age on most of these, I guess. Some of them hide age pretty well, honestly, but it's like that creamy sweet oak. Mark, yes, just got in. We're doing a blind. We're doing a 10+ year blind, and we've got, as I said, blind. Henry McKenna 10, Rebel Yell 10 year, George Dickel 13, and then a Knob Creek pick that's a 12-year pick. So I really like the nose on this. Really like the nose on this. It's given me kind of that, I want to say like the weeded profile nose, where it's like that creamy butterscotch with the sweet, sweet oak. Let's try it. Cheers, everybody. Happy Wednesday. First dram of the night, you know. Gotta get that tongue punch. Whew. Let's go. Let's go. That's better. Actually more oak coming through on the palate. Still nice, creamy, sweet, but more oak coming through on the palate. Nice mouth coating too. You ever drink those whiskeys, bourbons, rye, where you get that like tingling on the back of your tongue and just tingles, and you can feel it. I love that. That's like finish and mouthfeel are massive parts of whiskey for me. Compared to flavor in general, I think like if it has a nice mouthfeel and a nice finish, it can cover up a lot of stuff for me. That's good. That's an early favorite. I like that. All right, let's go into 2. Oh, this is a lot more baking spice. A lot more baking spice, classic bourbon notes on this. Oh yeah. Clove, barrel tannins. Ugh. Spencer Mav says he's about to bottle kill a Stranahan's. Guess it's fitting to bottle kill something on my stream. You right. You right. Sarah, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'll be talking to you very soon. I know I won't. I know. I'll make it. I'll make it all the way to the end. I promise. Slow down, Scott says. I know. I know. I'm not bottle killing anything. Not bottle killing anything tonight, guys. Scott, I'm excited to talk to you about some Michigan whiskey because I know you have reviewed some Michigan whiskey. So next hour, we're going to be talking about some Michigan whiskey. And I want your thoughts on it because I got a couple different distilleries that I'd like to hear your thoughts on. So I'm curious about that. This still smells nice and creamy, honestly, though, on the nose. Nice and creamy. A lot more baking spices, though. Yeah. Palate's good. You know, palate's good. It's got nice baking spice again. Welcome back, Linux Cat. But it left a very tannic, drying oak on my center to back of the palate. ADHD whiskey, there's people speaking reason in the chat. Thank you very much. Not everyone's a bad influence like you. I don't know about that. I don't know. No. I won't be able to taste anything in an hour and a half, so we can't crack that WLW, not tonight. But with enough whiskey, you never know. Front of the palate's great. Really is. It's like a baking spice explosion on the front of the palate. But then as you get to center and back of the palate, it doesn't leave the mouthfeel and the finish that the first sample had, which sucks. Because I love the flavor that's coming through on the front of the palate at least, but it falls short. Not bad. Not bad, but you can tell it's not as well-rounded as it should be. You know? So far, 1/2 for sure. All right. Let's go into 3. Damn, glad I'm not home tomorrow. It would be rough. A lot of oak coming through on this. A little bit of nuttiness, I would say, too. Rebel Yell 10 is really good. Really good. Hard to disagree with that, Chris. Yeah. This is like a barrel in a rick house that's just filled with like peanuts and almonds, you know, and then you open the top of that barrel and you just get that whiff of nutty whiskey, you know. It's almost like a salted peanut shell, but from what I'm describing, you guys can probably guess what I'm describing. I mean, I don't know if I'm right or not, but just what I'm getting. That oak is coming through, though. I mean, you can tell there's age on this, for sure. It's got heat, too. Woo! It's got a little heat. Woo, baby. David Jackson just got the Whiskey Crusaders Sagamore pick. Very nice. Very nice. Matt said that's some special stuff. Special stuff, so curious to hear what you think of that. Forgot to mention, all of these are 100 proof, except the Knob Creek 120. So it's kind of like you lit some of those peanuts in that barrel on fire with this one, on the palate at least, you know. That's delicious. That is delicious. I just love the burn, guys. I love the burn. I think that's part of that mouth coating and finish. That burn just comes through so nice. That's good stuff. Whew. 2 sips each way down. That's what we're doing. We got to limit ourselves. All right. Number 4. Number 4. Make another sip. Oh, Wildlife and Whiskey said just did a back-to-back of the Rebel Yell 100 and the Weller Special Reserve. Surprised how much you enjoyed the Weller. Yeah. Weller's an excellent whiskey. I mean, honestly, the Special Reserve, the 107, some of their other stuff too. But Rebel Yell 10, I mean, like I had Rebel Yell 100. I honestly got a lot of alcohol on it. Like the ethanol burned to me. So in that case, I mean, Weller Special Reserve is so smooth and so easy. Like I could see that. But the Rebel Yell 10 year just blows away. I mean, it blows away Special Reserve too. It really does. 107 next to the Rebel Yell 10 year would be interesting. I have not done those side by side, but proof is similar. Price, I mean, secondary price is similar, I guess. But that would be interesting actually, because Rebel Yell's older. I think we got an episode idea coming up. I'll have to do a weeder, 100 proof weeder, head to head. I know what this one is. All right, let me. It's this is the Flintstone note. First on the nose, of course. But getting past that, let's try to get past that Flintstone, because I think that's the problem with George Dickel's. I just don't like the flavor profile, because I have such a hard time getting past the vitamin minerally, note. A lot of people love that though. So a lot of people love that. Sunday Evening Scotch says, oh, I've got 3 of the 4 you're sipping. You absolutely may join. Dickel substitute is allowed. I'll allow it. Yeah, I mean, I don't get as much age really. If it's really 14 years. Vito, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I was just talking about this earlier. I said I'm trying to work it out with you guys to be able to do 8 p.m. Like I said, unfortunately, it's really the only time that works. And I looked at it, I didn't see any thumbnail up today, so I thought maybe you guys weren't going live, so that's why I jumped on. Haven't been doing it every week because of that. I want to get the clearance from you guys first, but it's a good time slot, I guess, It is. And unfortunately for my schedule, it's like the only time that works. I love you, buddy. I can't wait to see you soon. Texas is coming up already, right around the corner. Let's get it. Must be something genetic. I don't catch the vitamin note at all on the 13. Well, that's okay, Halden. And maybe what I describe as a vitamin note is just a different note to you. You know what I mean? Most likely it is. I guess looking past that note that I'm getting on the front of the nose, it does have a nuttiness to it, almost like a dry roasted peanut shell, I guess I would say on this. Brandon Weiss says, evening, sir. By the way, the neat glass, still not a fan, unfortunately. Only the most dominant smell is there. Exactly, yes. It is. It's a huge opening on the neat glass. So for those of you that don't know what he's talking about, let me grab a neat glass so you can see. So Brandon actually won a neat glass, I think, at one of my, like maybe my 1,000 subscriber night or whatever. So this is the neat glass. This is actually like the glass they use in actual tasting competitions, a lot of them. And it's designed to really get rid of every single alcohol vapor that would be in there and just leave you with the aromas you want from your whiskey. But I mean, look at how wide that opening is. When I drink out of it, I really think I'm about to like spill all over myself, so it's difficult. I mean, I honestly don't use it that much. If I'm drinking something really high proof, I'll use a Glen first. And if I want to try it out of the neat, like I've done a lot of Stag Junior out of the neat and just see if it makes a difference. Sometimes it does, but I love the burn, and so I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. A mini spittoon, that's pretty much what it is, yeah. So Nick Foles says the only note I get is the crushed up Fred Flintstone vitamin, and that's a great call out because it is. It's specifically the Flintstone vitamin. Like that's what my mind associates with. I used to take those as a kid, and I hated the chalkiness I would get out of them, like the chalky vitamin note, you know. So I don't know, Halden, if you've ever tried those or ever even smelled those, because that's what I relate it to. If not, you should run down to your nearest pharmacy and pick up a bottle just for science and see what you think. Do them side by side. Dino vitamins are way better than the Freds. No, I think I do think the peanuts coming out more. It's still giving me kind of a dusty oak though, dusty oak, drying oak note on the nose, which I like the sweetness. You weren't subjected to those, probably. Yeah, lucky you. I actually don't hate that this time. I really don't. Tyler Eckerman says, I used to love Flintstone vitamins, but now I don't like them in my whiskey. Right, exactly. I will say on the palate, that vitamin note now was severely muted, which is great. That's great. On the nose, it's still there. It's like it is predominant for me, and I got it. Like I said, I got to look past it, but actually nice caramel vanilla notes coming through on this. For sure, nuttiness too. I think that nuttiness comes out in older. Like I don't remember that nuttiness being as strong in some of the other George Dickel products I've tried, but it's coming through a lot more on the 13. And when I fresh cracked this bottle, and even like 3-4 pours in, I really couldn't get anything but Flintstones. What up? I Whiskey She Wines in the house. It's Bobby and Sam, everyone. You know them. See you bitches in a little bit. You got it. You got it. I will be coherent. That's a promise. That is a promise. In my prime. All right. Get some more water here, and we'll run back down the line. Doing well on time, everyone. That's good. All right, anyone on to Dram 2 now? What's everyone else? What are we drinking now for round 2? What are we drinking? John Bailey, how you doing, brother? Good to see ya. Thanks for coming in. No toe typing yet, Linux Cat. We're on round 1. We've got 2 more rounds to go, so there's time. There's time. It could happen. I mean, coherent leaves a lot of wiggle room. You right. You right. Water. Smart man, Tony. And I think you're telling me, yes, more water. More water. Eagle Rare, Larceny, Yellowstone Select. Nice. Nice. Marathon, not a sprint. You are right, Steve. Good man. Good man. Jerumel, did I say that right? Jerumel asks, what's your favorite finished whiskey? Ooh, that's a tough question. I'm not going to say finished whiskey because Scotch is a whole nother world of finished whiskey. Or aged in different types of casks and stuff. So I'll say finished like bourbon or rye expression. Can you count double barreling as finishing? Because I'll tell you what, the Sagamore Rye, at least for a young whiskey, Sagamore Rye double barrel was really, really good. That was my favorite, probably the whole lineup. And even their like port finish was great. They had the Vintners, which was actually really interesting. I really like that too. I put out a review of the whole Sagamore lineup, and it's actually a really cool distillery. Once they get their own stuff going, I think they're going to be another really successful company too. I mean, they already are. It's all over the country, so tough to say. Favorite finished whiskey? I don't know. I've been on probably, I'll say Redbreast 12 cast strength for some reason I've been going to lately. That sherry just calls my name in the night. Captain Make It Happen. Trevor Kunkel in the house. How you doing? Hey, thank you guys both for being here. Captain says he thinks he'll have to pace himself tonight if it's already starting. It is already starting, at least for some of us. Been fighting on the phone with the cable company. Need a drink. I have to do that every year. Every year I argue to get that down, you know? Nick Nick Essie asks, thoughts on Glenmorangie Signet. I have not had it. But I bet you there's some people in the chat who could talk about it. I've heard good things about it, though. I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. All right, let's go back into this one. Sample 4. I like the first time through better, I think. Still decent. I mean, still decent. Like, now that, the way it tastes right now, I would pay $30, $35 a bottle. So still not a huge amount, personally. But I understand a little more now. Yeah, I still think it's far overrated, personally, for what it is. But it's getting more tolerable, if that makes sense. Glenn Anderson says Signet's one of the best whiskeys. There you go. There you go. Speaking from a man who's had it. Also, Steve A says it's amazing. Yeah. Oh, no. Nick Foles, I don't know about that. I just opened my latest Stag Junior, so we're not going to be doing that. I'm off tomorrow. We're going to be bottle chugging Stag tonight, boys. Woo! I added the woo, but, you know. Yeah, it's... everyone said it's really good, Nick, so I'm sure you'd enjoy it. All right, back into 3. Thank you all for coming and hanging out tonight. Tell you what, I love Wednesday nights. I do. Not just because I get to watch Jason every Wednesday, but this is going to be fun. We start doing this Wednesdays. It'll be a good time. Oh, wow. Okay, so going back in now from the sample 4 to sample 3, this is like a cinnamon bomb. I mean, a lot of cinnamon. Holy cow, didn't even pick that up in the beginning. Interestingly enough, I did I think it was actually a live stream I did this on. A blind head-to-head of another barrel-proof blind head-to-head, and it was Teresa's batch was included, and it gave me that really, really strong cinnamon note when I went back into it, and that's exactly what this is. Interesting. I mean, this has a little more time to open up now, too. I did pour these about 15 minutes before we started live, but anyone else, I mean, I guess Old Granddad 114 always get a huge cinnamon note, but anyone else get a distinctive cinnamon, like a cinnamon Red Hots note on any Knob Creek or Jim Beam products in general, we'll say. Because it's really showing through now. I mean, really, and then it took me right back to that Booker's batch I had that just popped out of the glass with that. Doesn't smell bad. It smells good. Halden agrees on the Old Granddad 114. Yeah, I mean, there's so much rye in that thing that it just jumps right out of the glass with that cinnamon to me. Yep, OGD 114 for sure. I don't know why. Like I said, Teresa's batch, after going back into it in the blind, it all depends on the order you're drinking stuff too, honestly. It really does. Because the first time through, I didn't get that. So it could have had something to do with the flavor profile of the last one. Oh, wow. Spencer Mab gets cinnamon on all the Mictors. Okay. Man, that's good. That is still so good. Oh, the tongue punch. That tongue punch. I mean, that's just well balanced. Like at that proof, the amount of balance that's on that is amazing, honestly. Larceny cinnamon, yes. Now the Larceny cinnamon. Now I had a bottle of the barrel proof. Actually brought to Texas last year, so I didn't bring it home, but we drank about half the bottle that night and more maybe, but it's a different type of cinnamon. Like this to me is like a cinnamon red hot, but the larceny cinnamon I get is more, how would I describe that? It's sweeter. It's like a little bit of sweeter cinnamon, if that makes any sense. I guess, yeah, someone said like cinnamon bread. Yeah, cinnamon banana bread. That's actually a good way to put it. Like, I mean, not necessarily the banana part of it, I guess, with the larceny, but it's like a cinnamon bread, you know, where it's got a lot more sweetness to me. Cinnamon on Woodford picks. Cinnamon, yeah, the banana's always prevalent for me on Woodford, but the cinnamon, I can't remember really getting. I'll have to look into that. They do some more experimenting. I vaguely remember La Quinta Patio with that bottle. The whole night's a little fuzzy. Yeah. I can't speak to really many tasting notes because we had too much whiskey, but... Ooh, super cinnamon on the Whistle Pig, too. Okay. Probably the Alberta you're talking about. Alberta Rye versus MGP. MGP is just a whole bunch of delicious sweetness. I love MGP so much. So much. Cinnamon toothpicks? Okay, yes. Okay. The wood. Yep. I see where you're going there, Nick. Bubble07, hey, thanks for coming in. Having some Pikesville. Awesome, man. Awesome. Dramhound in the house. How you doing? Dramhouse was kind enough to hook me up with a whiskey mail delivery, and that is going to be an episode coming up soon for our whiskey mail mini-series that I'm still doing and haven't put an episode out in a couple months, so. Travis Woolard, we don't need to speak about that. We don't need to speak about that. You got messed up at La Quinta. I'm surprised you remember anything. No, I was fine. I got home from the vault. I went to bed, apparently. Woke up at 5 in the morning. Came downstairs and everyone was gone. Everyone abandoned me in the lobby at 5 in the morning. The next night, though, we rallied. We rallied. That's good. It's cinnamon oak. I mean, I could definitely see the cinnamon toothpick when you put that in there. I could definitely see that. Now I'm thinking of like those mint toothpicks too, though. Not like the mint floss sticks, but like actual old school mint flavored toothpicks. Like they were pieces of wood, you'd break them off in the little individual package things. Whiskey mail episode. Looking forward to it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Greg Fowler says he gets cinnamon on a lot of Jim Beam products, bonded especially. Has it in a blind for the first time last week? Yeah. Okay, good. It's not just me. I'm not going crazy. Rallied, mildly putting it. Whew. All right. Let's go back into 2B. Let's do it. Was it a good idea to do a blind before 2 other live streams? I think it's fine, right? Ooh, yes. I don't mind the nose on this. How's it going, Kilco? It's just a lot of baking spices. A lot of baking spices. Oh, it's like your entire spice drawer right there. Richie, I just read your comment. You're probably asking the wrong guy because I would damn near pay that for that bottle. I think mine was $160, but it is so good. It's really a, I don't know. I can't speak to other limited editions, so I don't know, but I've heard this is the best, and it really lives up to it. Like, it is so good. I love that 2019 limited edition. From people that have tried a lot of them, they say it's one of the best. So $2.99, like that's the one bottle I might consider going up to that price because that's still cheaper than like BTAC secondary, and I think it's as good as some of the BTACs. I do. Don't miss a house payment, you know, but it's good stuff. You will not regret it if you get a bottle. I promise you that. Captain, that's exactly what I was worried about. I literally said that before you came in. I said, well, if Matt can get offline at 11, I might be fine, but I know him and he likes to go long, so let me go get that. That's exactly what he'll do. Mm. Oh. Ah, the finish, though. In front of the palate, so good. Anthony Orlando, how you doing, brother? Anthony, I've been seeing your name a lot more lately. Thank you for checking out the channel and hanging out. Appreciate it. This is like, the front of the palate is so good. It's like a baking spice bomb, man. But as it just works down the back of the palate and the finish, it's just... Arthur Lopez, hey, no problem. You got to work. I get it. I get it. Thanks for being here. Mike Tyson. Nice name. The second, though. The second. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate you checking out the channel. Oh my gosh. You know what, guys? I didn't even think about this. I probably won't do anything, honestly, now. It's too late, but... How's it going, Robot Scott? Richie Z just put in Valentine's Day in the chat, and that prompted me to think about my bathrobe episode again, but I don't know what I would do. Like, you'd have to bring the robe back out for Valentine's Day, but how would you... What would we do? What was something we could do? I'll have to think about it. I mean, hell, it's already the 12th. I have to film it tomorrow. Oh, man. We're gonna... Maybe we'll put the bathrobe on hold till something else, you know? Not the robe. I thought everyone loved the robe. It will not, Charles. The robe is 2 floors up. My wife is sleeping up there, so she will not be happy if I go get the robe stumbling into the bedroom. The birthday suit. Ugh. If you guys never want to see me again, that's fine. Just kick me off YouTube forever, you know? Yeah, Steve A never wants to see the robe. It really is, though, Captain. It really is. It's like a baby's bottom. Jason's bunny suit. The funniest thing about that was he did the whole entire review in the bunny suit like he wasn't even wearing it. I was dying like looking at watching him do that. He actually didn't even have the suit on. It's too good. Too good. Do it without the robe. Maybe I can do the what was that? What's the movie with Sharon Stone where she like crosses her legs very seductively? Lethal... I was gonna say Lethal Weapon, but that's not right at all. Nope. Final Destination? Is that a thing? No. Someone help me. The robe must make an appearance. Puritans be gone. Kilko, believe me, I understand. Listen, it's a grind, man. It is a grind. Just do the best you can. Don't put pressure on yourself. People, like everyone here hanging out tonight, you know, like if I miss an episode 1 day a week, like you guys still, it seems like at least enjoy hanging out in chat, talking with each other, having a good time. So don't stress yourself out, you know, and freak out if you miss a couple episodes or whatnot. It's nothing, you know. Basic Instinct, thank you. Final Destination, that was like a game, right? I mean, what'd I say? The other one, Beverly Hills Cop? No, Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon. Oh, man. Round 1. Whiskey Wednesday. Let's go. This is good. This is good, but the finish is just not. This is that's a $35 bottle. That's what that is. What time is it? 8:40. We're good. We're good on time. Water. I haven't seen a water in the chat in a long time. You guys, we have to drink some craft whiskey after this. And I don't know how I feel about that. There's some good craft whiskey, but Jason's bunny suit wins YouTube. I can't argue that at all. All right. Let's go into number 1. It's only been 12 minutes, Steve A said. Touche. Touche. East Coast rules. Okay, well now I was just describing like cinnamon, but like a creamier cinnamon. Um, that's like what this is. Michael, if you're wondering, just check out my Valentine's Day episode. You know, we paired chocolate with whiskey. What more can you ask for? I feel like that is an episode everyone needs to see and needs to understand how whiskey gets paired with chocolate, especially for the ones you love. This is a lot of cinnamon now, which sometimes shows up in Weeders for me. You know, 107 I'll get cinnamon occasionally. I know, Kilko. I know. I know. Chocolate isn't real food. That's fair. That's fair. Luckily, I don't eat much chocolate. I'm more of a like deep fried food guy. That's my problem. The diet is changing all that though. I'll have you all know I'm down like 12 pounds. Still drinking whiskey, but you can lose weight on a whiskey diet. You heard it here first. This is nice. Nice sweetness. Oh, it's so like it's just Werther's caramel chocolate, man. Oh, Steve A. Michael Carr, my wife called a nutritionist early January. She was sick of me eating fast food like literally every other day, so she decided to call a nutritionist. It's been good. Like it's been good. I've been meal prepping. I've been, you know, doing well. So I'm trying to stick to it. I've only had like 4 or 5 cheat meals the whole time, so which are healthy. You need to have cheat meals. You know, otherwise you get demotivated, unmotivated, dismotivated. Ooh, smokehouse almonds. Yes, that is an approved item. Actually, you just have to only eat like 10 or 11 of them. Whiskey prepping, Logan. I like it. I like where your head's at. Yes, whiskey prepping. I don't know how work would feel about that, but I am down. Earl Alford said Maker's Mark RC6. Now that is one again I still have not tried. It's here and there locally, but answer me this: everyone so far has told me like the Maker's RC6 is the one Maker's Mark that could bring me over to Maker's. Possibly. I mean, I'm willing to try. I just can't get it here. So, again, if anyone has a lead on that bottle, please shoot me a message. I'd love to try it because Maker's Mark is an awesome distillery. Like it's really, really cool, the actual location and everything. But I haven't found a product yet that really connects with me. So fasting helped you drop 30 pounds over the past year. And that's good. The thing about fasting is you have to make sure you slowly work yourself into getting your metabolism right. Because if you fast too much, your metabolism's going to get shot, and then you'll just gain the weight right back. That's the tough part. Halden said RC6 was one of his favorites. See? Okay. Yep. Oh, man. That's so good. Oh. That's tough to beat, guys. I mean, that is really tough to beat. It's just so well balanced. Like, you get the sweetness, you get the oak on the back. Mouth feels great, finish is great. No drying oak. It's that sweet, creamy, delicious oak I love. Man, that's good. Mm. Yeah. RC6 with the Four Roses Small Batch Select. Yeah, proof's probably pretty similar on that, I bet. Haven't had the RC6, okay. A lot of people say it's great. Yeah, the private selects, like a lot of them are too much mocha and coffee, so it tastes too much like chocolatey mocha cafe, you know? Patrick Fulmer, how you doing, buddy? I know it was last minute, sorry. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Roy, how you doing? We're doing a blind tasting. We're doing a head-to-head of 10-plus year whiskeys. We just finished sample number 4. Let's give it another sip since you missed it. It's for you, Roy. This is an instant pickup, guys. If you can get it at a decent price. All right, let's go into the big reveal. I guess we should probably guess, right? See what we think is what. First, let me give my order. Wisco Dick, ditch that Flintstone juice. A lot of people love it. I'll tell you what, it is better today than during my review. 100% better. But it was so low for me to begin with that it's got to work its way up. It's got to really nurture me, coddle me at night. Let's talk about orders. So last for me, I got to remember now. Yeah, last is still this one, which I think is the George Dickel. That's my guess. It's better. Like I said, it is better, but it's still not to the level of even the other 3 here. It's the cheapest bottle we have on the table, although I could argue one of them should be about the same price. But it's not bad. It's not bad. You just have to look past that Dickel Flintstone note. That's what I describe it as, you know? Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. All right, let's see what we have here for this one. Did I put these in an envelope? I did. I don't know why. Whatever. This is sample. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. C. Yep, that's C. C is the George Dickel 13. 1 for 1. I know I've got some lovers of the Dickel and some haters of the Dickel. Just based on I put this as one of my most overrated whiskeys of 2019. And a lot of people ripped me to shreds for that because they really liked it, or, you know, the value's there, so that's fine. A lot of people agreed with me, so that's fine too. My opinion is still number 4 here, but it's improved from where it was. We will revisit this. When this bottle is more than halfway gone, I'd like to do a re-review, see how it is. I think that's a good idea. All right, let me get this out of here. We got 10 minutes, so we're good. Good on time. Number 3. Now this is tough. This is tough. The mouth coating, the finish was better on 3. Yeah, I've got to go 2 is my number 3 choice. So this comes in letter A. Where's the camera? A. I'm thinking this is Henry McKenna 10. I think. Shout out to Triple Digits in the chat. Thank you all for being here. We got a night ahead. We got a night ahead, guys. This, okay, fresh note, tasting note. This is like fresh wood to me now. It's like a fresh cut barrel stave is what it kind of smells like fresh lumber. I think it's Henry McKenna. Toe type and Chris ahead. Yee, buddy. All right, let's see. What did I just say? A? Yeah, A. A is Henry McKenna 10. Can you see that? So, Henry McKenna 10. For those of you whiskey connoisseurs out there, this is barrel number 4876, dumped 9207. I'm still waiting for the small batch McKenna to show up. Still haven't seen it anywhere. They say it's coming. You know, it's going to lose a single barrel. It's going to become small batch. Still have the age statement as far as I know. We'll see. I'm waiting for someone to post online that they've got a bottle of it or something, but, you know, might be good to do a blind head-to-head Dickel Bottled and Bond versus Early Times Bottled and Bond. I'm down. I want to do a blind Bottled and Bond head-to-head, so that would be a good one. Good one to include. Any body part he can. Sunday Evening Scotch did a very similar blind. He said his ranking was Knob Creek 11-year pick, Rebel Yell 10, Knob Creek 12 year, and McKenna 10. Okay. Very fair. Very fair. A lot, you know, the Rebel Yell's single barrel, so is McKenna, so it's very subjective. You know, it's very subjective, but who am I to disagree with you? No one. All right. Number 1 is going to be my winner, or A, or whatever you want to call it. So that means 3 is going to come in second. Now, this was the Cinnamon Bomb coming back through. I'm guessing this is going to be the Knob Creek. Knob Creek 12 year. Still very nice. Knob Creek picks sometimes, this might be weird, but I'll take a sip and it's okay. And I'll take a sip again and it's like really good flavor on the palate. You know, so a little bit inconsistent maybe, depending on the pick you get. But this one's nice. I think that's what this is. This is letter D. Knob Creek 12. Yep, Knob Creek 12 year. So that's this one, which is a pick locally for me. Old label still. Kind of nursing this bottle. I don't have a huge amount of Knob Creek picks really. So I'm nursing it a little bit. I had a 13, 14 year pick, whatever it was. That was really good, but I drank it way too quick. A lot more leather tobacco notes came through on that one, which was awesome. So, all right. And then I can put that down here probably. Number 1 leaves us with only one option left. Rebel Yell 10. It's that good, guys. Keep in mind this is sourced. The 10 year will be sourced most likely from Heaven Hill. Sure, Dramhound. Yeah, almost 15 years. That'd be awesome. I really, really like those leather tobacco notes as long as it's not overly drying. So if you've tried it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. This was aged since 12 of 05. I got this in 2019. So possibly has the potential to be older. 100 proof. This is the sweet spot with Rebel Yell, guys. This is the sweet spot. I mean, I'm not a fan of the regular Rebel Yell. The 100's okay. Like it's still nowhere near this. Even some places you can get this 50, 60 bucks. I mean, come on. 50, 60 bucks? It's get it. Thank you so much, Nick. Yeah, I'm trying to, this year in 2020, I want to do more blind tastings just for my own personal self, and I think for the channel it's going to be good too. Honestly, the way YouTube works is clickbait videos work. Like if you, I just put out an episode that was, you know, whiskeys you need on your bar or on your shelf, and if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. But it got a lot of views, just like my whiskey of the year. So I'm going to try to do a couple more of those. You know, it's not about just growing channel numbers. It's really about interacting with all of you. And I love live streams the most of everything because of that. So, you know, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm really hoping, again, to be consistent Wednesdays. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all being here, really. We've got 5 minutes till Jason goes live, and I got to get over there because I'm jumping on his live stream. So we got the order. Rebel Yell 10. Get it. If you can get it at a decent price, I'd say 60, under 65 even, it's worth it. It's worth it. Definitely go pick it up. I'll see you all very soon, actually in like 5 minutes, I guess. Next Wednesday is my day off, so hopefully I'll be able to go live next Wednesday as well. So be there. This Saturday we'll have another episode out, and I'd like to do another head-to-head this Saturday. We'll see. I've got to film it still, so we'll see if I get time. But thank you, Trevor, for dropping that link. We're all going to head over there right now. Go ahead and give a, what can we say to Jason in his chat? Last time we did Bourbinsane hype. Let's do toe type and raid. You know? Toe type and raid. You all get that, right? Toe type and raid. Let's go do it right now over at Jason's channel. I'll see you all in about 3 minutes. Stay insane, everyone.